That's very good. Just have to make a reservation for tonight. Yeah. At the Palais de l'Omar. The Lobster Palace. I was there before, I think. A long time ago. But they have the best lobster. Okay, what time is it? Now. Ooh. Yep, almost two. Just got the file. Ready. Ready for the Miss Betty Bottom? Miss Betty Bottom? Miss Betty Bottom? Hello? Miss Betty Bottom? Where is she? Miss Betty Bottom? Oh, yes, there you are. Miss Betty Bottom? Betty Bottom? Miss Betty Bottom? Can you send in my 2 o'clock, please? Thank you. She's got to get a shorter name. Miss Betty Bottom is very complicated. Yes. Please, come in. Can you shut the door? Thank you. Oh, very good. So, make yourself at home. Yes, lie down on the couch. I prepared your favorite pillow. It's in your cushion. Just lay back, relax. We're going to start your session now. This week, we're going to try something a little bit different at the end of the session. But first, I'm just going to pull up your file here, just to give me a quick heads up on where we're at. Oh yes. I remember last time we were talking about your childhood. We left off at your teenage years, when things were just starting to accelerate and grow. That is where we're going to take over today. We're going to talk about your emotions. Because last time, when we were talking about our emotions growing up, we also said, because of your upbringing and your parents, that has a lot to do with it. But most therapists tell you that is basically on how your parents upbring you. Yes. And how you go through things in life, whether they're good or whether they're bad. But there's always this balance in between. myself as a therapist, do not believe it is just the fault of the parents. No. It's a lot more complicated than that. Like we were saying, as a child, it starts from when you're in the womb of your mother and you are born. But right there, you start the chain of emotions and feelings as you grow into a lovely flower from a seed. But I'm writing a book right now, and it's going to have all the necessary information on what you need to relax and get rid of that overwhelming anxiety that you're going through in life. I'm going to explain, but first, I just want to give you a little something, a little story that happened when I was young. Oh, maybe 4 years old, 5 years old. That's when I decided to want to be a therapist and help people. Yes, people in trouble. Because you see, at that young age, I knew things like my brother. I knew he was crazy. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself, there's something that I'm going to be able to do for that. So I almost was able to do a lobotomy on my brother with a pencil sharpener and a straw. That's loud. But my mother caught me and she stopped the ordeal. So I wasn't able to go through with it. But that's when I learned that I would be a very good psychologist. Yes, and therapist. Always wanting to help people. Now, getting back to you. I have written down the steps that are going to be in my book. And the book is called Schel, because we all live in a shell. It's not spelt like a turtle shell or a seashell. It's S-C-H-E-L for shell. It's the things that we experience in life, like sex. You have your chemical balance, your body. You have the hormones that exceed and grow in everyone. Then you have the emotions. We all have emotions. And last of all, love. You can't live without love. But if we start with love, knowing the different levels of love is very important, because you can love someone example. You love your parents in a certain way, because the attachment to the parenthood towards the childhood is something that is also physical. The connection is, the attachment is in the genes, because of course you came from them. But also love could be friendship, a love for a friend, or that love for your pet. Yes, if you have an animal. But it's not the same kind of love. No. It's more a friendly kind of love. Yes. And then, if you meet someone and that love grows, it becomes the true love of love, like falling in love. Yes, with someone. That is something that is totally on another level. Yes. If we weighed the different types of love, we would find that they all come down to one basic thing. Yes. And that's your emotions. Yes. Like I know you're feeling a certain way right now. Yeah. Just listening to me. It helps to empty those negative thoughts in your head. We don't want that. We want you to feel a certain necessity for the emotions to subside inside of you. Yeah. That's why with my help, we will be able to do this. So, when we say emotions, yes, they come from the love that you feel. It's not just something that occurs or just, happens. It's something that is, like I was saying, chemically induced. It's a hormonal thing that your body creates. Your body is like a factory. And on the chain of life, as the chain goes forward, your hormones absorb certain chemical imbalances in your body, which then will produce the hormonal instincts that will kick in. But that depends also on what type of diet you are following. It's like, just an example. Why is it when someone eats chocolate, it makes them happy? There's a chemical balance there. But also, when you have a cup of coffee in the morning and it helps you to wake up, it's not just the chemical balance. It's also the emotion of the feeling of, I like this. And that's when your brain kicks in and you slowly start to wake up. Mm-hmm. It has a lot to do with that. I have written many pages on the subject, and we have done many studies to find out the perfect chemical balance. But now, like I was saying, that we have covered the love, the emotions, the hormones, the chemicals. What's left? Yes, your animal desires, the sex, yes, that thing that grows and compels you to have a physical desire towards someone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That also comes from the chemicals and hormones in your body. Like another example in my book, why a person is attracted, to the opposite sex. It's because as they were being upbrought in life, their brains, or like I could say your brain, communicated to your body and sent it those impulses that were telling you were a certain gender. The hormones and testosterone, yes, all those chemicals, yes, the estrogen, and all I'm saying is, to say it in short, is that if somebody is attracted to the same side or same gender, it means that inside of them they have the gene or the hormone of the same or opposite sex. If a man enjoys being with another man, maybe it is because he has female hormones. Yes. The studies prove it. Even if we go back, like I was saying, to the animal, desires, it is an animal thing. Because even in nature, animals do the same thing. They have those same impulses towards the same gender or a different gender. If a woman enjoys the presence of another woman, it's because she has those male hormones, a percentage in her body. And, like I said, it's always the balance of the two coming together, the chemicals and the hormones. So, never judge a person on their gender or who they are. They are all, we are all, you are all beautiful people. So, I'm going to give you a copy of my book to read, and I want you to follow it step by step. Don't cheat, because it won't do you any good. If you follow the instructions as told, and you also follow the diet that I prescribe, you will see that your body will feel better. You will be happier with yourself, and you'll enjoy life to the fullest. I'm giving you a free copy. That's how generous I am. Yes, and what makes me such a good therapist. I hope this has helped you in this session to relax better. And I know it will help you for sure in the future. Now, for next session, we're going to find out how you have been doing with the book and where you're at. So, I'll be seeing you, let's say in 2 weeks, and we'll go from there. I'll just let my secretary know to make you an appointment. So, Miss Betty Bitty Bottom. Miss Betty Bitty Bottom. Where is she going again? Miss Betty Bitty Bottom. Miss Betty Bottom. Miss Betty, yes. Can you make an appointment, please, for my patient in 2 weeks? Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Miss Betty Bottom. She is a love, when she's not there. So, you take care. We love you. And of course, we'll be catching you on our next session. So, don't forget to follow the steps. It's very important.